Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Clara Z and I do videos on luxury fashion and lifestyle. So recently I've been finding it kind of difficult to fall asleep. I find it a bit hard to relax at night and get a good night's rest. And as you know, it's really important to have good sleep because it's really good for not only your body recovery, it's also good for brain recovery. So sometimes in the past I would take a bubble bath at night or take a hot shower to try to relax my muscles so that I can sleep better. But I thought this would be maybe an interesting solution to try out. So I saw this sauna blanket from Currentbody and I thought it might be good to try because I could even use it from the comfort of my own home, in my bed or in front of the TV. And I wanted to see if this would help me to sleep better. But for full disclaimer, Currentbody did send me this sauna blanket, so I just wanted to make that really clear to you. And they had no obligation to me to make either a good or bad review. So what I'm about to share with you is an honest review, and as you know, I like to keep it real. So in this video, I'm going to go over some of the key features of this sauna blanket. We're going to do a quick unboxing, and finally I'm going to share with you some of the pros and cons of using this blanket based on my personal experience. And as some of you know, I am using their Currentbody red light mask and I absolutely love this mask. I recommend it 200%. And if you're interested to know more about this mask, I do highly recommend that you view some of my other videos, which I will put links to in the description box below. So let's move on and talk about the sauna blanket. So if we look at the main website, some of the key features include burning calories up to 600 calories per hour, reducing stress levels to improve sleep. So this was very relevant for me. And the blanket is customizable in terms of how long you want to use it and the temperature settings. Other than these key features, some other things I could think about was that some people find it very detoxifying by sweating it out, and also by heating up the body, it can help to improve the circulation and reduce inflammation. And then on their website, they also talk about the benefits to the mind in terms of decreasing cortisol levels to reduce stress, improving sleep quality, which we did talk about, and increasing mental clarity. And it does that by increasing the blood flow to the brain and promoting relaxation, thereby reducing stress and boosting cognitive function. So let's get into the unboxing. So I was pretty surprised when the box came. It was fairly big and a little heavy. Oh my goodness, this is so heavy. Let's open this up. So here's a manual. And this is the blanket. Oh my goodness, this is so heavy. It comes in this handy carry bag, but it's super heavy. I doubt I'll be carrying this everywhere. All right, it's got this drawstring opening. And so let's take out this blanket. So it comes with what looks like a big towel. Let's open that up. That's a big towel. And this is the blanket. Oh my gosh, it's huge. So that looks like some sort of a pillow. That's just got foam inside. So this is likely just a pillow. And here is the connector to the electricity and the control panel. So I'm just gonna open up the blanket. So there is a zipper here on the side, as you can see. So this is where you unzip it and you can get into the blanket. And the zip goes all the way around to this side. As you can see here. And then over here, this is where the adapter is that goes into the plug that I showed you before, and that has to be put into the socket. So apparently the towel is shaped like a cone like this. So you would slip into the towel first before going into the sauna blanket. I would just lie down against the back of this pillow And then I just use the other side of the blanket to cover myself. And now I guess I'm wearing the Currentbody mask because I figure I might as well do it together. And it's a little difficult to zip myself up, so you can zip up a portion of it, or you can get someone to help you to zip up your blanket. So let me zip up a portion of this so that I can zip the rest of it up myself. Okay, so the zipper was pretty smooth, and now I just need to set the settings. And since it's my first time, I'm just going to set the settings here in the control. I'm going to turn that on, and I'm going to set it for 30 minutes since it's my first time. And you can basically set it between 30 and 70 degrees. Let's go for 40. It's my first time. Set it for 30 minutes. And so I'll leave that there. I can already start to feel the blanket is heating up. And since I have my favorite Currentbody mask, I'm going to do this, which will take up about 10 minutes. So now I can just relax as if I'm at the spa, and I'll let you know how it goes after my 30 minutes. So overall, I felt the quality of the blanket was really well made, and I really appreciated that the zipper was very smooth and easy to use. As a handbag lover, you know how zippers are very important to me. They need to be smooth and easy to use. I do recommend that you do use the towel to wrap yourself in it, as the blanket can get very hot, and it's a way of also protecting your skin, especially if you have very sensitive skin. Now, I did wear a t-shirt and gym shorts before putting on the extra layer of the towel provided. Now, the controller and the plug is closer to the leg area, so you may need to set it up before you zip yourself up so that you have close control of the controllers. However, the controller can extend further up closer to your hands, but in general, I find that I had to sit up properly to adjust the heat and temperature, even when I was experimenting with it and I had to change up the temperature. So the first time I tried it, I did use the lowest setting, and I wasn't sure how hot it would get. As I used it on the floor, I did use the pillow to perch up my head. Now, I see that some people have used it sitting in their sofa, but as I wanted to have a full relaxation experience, I used it lying down on the floor. So you do need to make sure you have enough space either on the floor or on your bed. So here are some of my thoughts after using the blanket a few times. So the first time I used it, I did use it on the lowest setting, so I didn't really feel like I got a good sweat from it. It felt a bit more like a heated blanket if you've ever used one of those before, although that was nice on a cool spring day at my home. Therefore, the second time I did use the blanket, I decided to put it up on a higher setting for half an hour, and I finally felt like I was able to get a much better experience. So I did sweat a bit, although it wasn't on the highest setting. I did sweat through my t-shirt and shorts, a little bit in the front and fully on the back, but I think it's because my back was more closer to the blanket, and so those areas probably felt more heat, so I did produce more sweat along my back. To be fair, my upper body was not fully covered because I was kind of playing with my phone, so my arms were occasionally dangling out, so it probably was not as warm as it would be if I had tucked my arms fully into the blanket. So after about half an hour, I did really feel that my body was definitely more relaxed, especially my muscles. My muscles were deeply relaxed, and sometimes I do have some minor aches in my body, like along my back and shoulders, because I do work in a desk environment. But after about half an hour, I did feel that the muscles in my bodies felt lot more relaxed and less tense and bunched together. So right after this session, I did take a quick shower and I did go straight to bed after putting all the items away. And definitely that night I did sleep very well. I felt my body was really relaxed and I woke up in a very refreshed state. So overall, if you do have a hard time sleeping or you have some muscle pains or inflammation, I think this is a great tool to use at home, especially areas of your body that are hard to heat. The blanket is really good for that. And the best thing is that you can use it from the comfort of your own home right before bed at night, which makes it really convenient to use. So you can go from a deeply relaxed state straight to bed and have a really good night's rest without worrying about running out to the sauna, getting in your car, driving home, and then unraveling everything before going to bed. You don't need a sauna and you just basically fold it up into a compact blanket for storage. So what are some of the cons? So the first con is obviously that the blanket is a little expensive. However, if you're someone who suffers from muscle pain and inflammation, poor blood circulation, or even find it difficult to relax before you go to sleep, this could be an easy and convenient way from the comfort of your own home. Another con is that it does take a bit of time to get hot. So for me, it took between 15 to 30 minutes before the blanket really got hot enough that I was starting to feel some sweat. Another con is the blanket was slightly heavier than I thought, and it will take up quite a bit of space. So you will need quite a bit of space on the floor because obviously it has to cover your entire body. When you're done with it, you will need space to store the blanket, and it is approximately the same size as a regular small blanket. And finally, if I had to be really picky, I did find that the controls were a bit difficult to access when lying down because they are closer to the feet area. So I did have to get up frequently in order to change the temperature. Just a warning also that the hottest setting can be quite hot, so you need to make sure you use a towel in between yourself and the blanket just in case, especially if you have sensitive skin. I would try it out on lower settings before moving it to the warmer temperatures. So overall, I think it's good for people who want to sweat at home and don't have access to a sauna easily and just want to relax the muscles. It did help a bit my very stiff back and overall relaxation to help my sleep, but I think the price is definitely on the pricier side and the blanket is a bit heavy and takes up some space. Anyways, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Finally, if you're interested in this blanket, I will leave links down in the description box below. I'll also give you my discount code in case you want to get a discount on the blanket, and I will list my discount codes somewhere down here or in the description box below. Overall, I've been really happy with my experience with Currentbody, especially the LED face mask, and I would highly recommend this 200%. So again, if you also want to see links or videos to this face mask, I will also leave them down in the description box below. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you haven't done so already, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye bye now.